Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful day out there today, and it's going to get even more beautiful as the day goes on and as the week goes on. This is Scott with NDPA Storm Chasers, and I'm about to show you your week ahead. And it's going to be one heck of a week, especially if you are into this warm, dry, tranquil weather that we're about to see. So, I get started here with the local radar, and as you can see, a few sprinkles came through last night. Most of this didn't reach the ground, but for the first time in several days for sure, you're not seeing any precipitation coming off the lakes here. Why is that? Because you're about to see a transfer from a colder northwest wind to a more southerly flow, which will bring warmer weather into our area for the next 4 days. So let's hop right into it so you guys can get a look at what this looks like. This is the European model, and we're going to go through the next couple days here and show you what we're seeing here in the short term. So let me move this out of your way here. All right, so as you can notice here, let me scroll up a little bit so we can show you the area better. For some reason it's not clicking. There we go. Sorry guys. And for the next several days here, right now this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Notice all the air coming up from the Gulf, warmer than average temperatures, extremely warmer than average. You're talking anywhere from 20 to maybe even 25 degrees above average. I'll show you that in a few minutes. Much, much warmer air. And then our transitional period will be coming up here. Now there's a little bit of shower activity that's going to move through the area on Friday. It's not going to be a total loss of a day. It's not going to be a total washout, but there will be some rain showers coming through. And then as you get into the 13th and on past, you see this high pressure system that sets up here. Well, what this high pressure is going to do is bring us back to normal, to below average temperatures eventually, as it starts to funnel in some of this colder air again. And this high pressure will be around for a little while, as I'll show you here. It sticks around for a couple days here, and as you can see, just continuing northwest flow again. So your 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th are going to be much cooler than what you've seen this week. So a return to winter-like temperatures, at least March-like temperatures, maybe a little bit colder than normal, but that's what we can expect then. And then here comes that storm, looking like more like the 16th now, as opposed to originally maybe the 14th or 15th, but we said between the 14th and the 16th. As you see, there's some indication that the storm might move into the area and give some frozen precipitation as of right now. Remember what we told you though yesterday. The important thing right now to consider is this storm is still offshore, as you can see here. And we still don't have good data here, as we haven't come on shore yet on the west coast. Once the storm makes its way onshore, we'll have a better idea on what it might do, and in the models we'll have a little better handle on things right now. And we're getting close to that time. So this storm should be moving on shore sometime tomorrow, and we'll be able to get you some better data. As you see, we're on Tuesday, and this is late Tuesday, early Wednesday, and the storm moves into the California coast late Wednesday, early Thursday, and it makes its long trek across the country. Barely recognizable, but here it is showing back up again in the Central Plains, where it's going to be colder and snowier than average for sure. And the storm starts to move towards the area, very slowly meandering. And the question is, how much energy are we going to have with the storm? How deep is it going to be? How much cold air is going to be in place? So take a look at the upper atmosphere for a couple minutes here. So we're going to back this up a little bit. We're backing this up all the way to the 6th, so 3 days ago, to give you guys a look at what the atmosphere looks like. So it was a little bit cold. That was the last of this cold air moving out of the area right here. And this is that big ridge we've been talking about for several days, just driving north and driving all that warm air. And this is what we're going to see for the next several days. Just look at that. Just real warm, real nice. It's going to be gorgeous. Spring-like temperatures, late April type temperatures, honestly, for a lot of areas. Very nice weather right now we're going to be seeing. And then the question is, we're into the 12th here, the 14th, still above average, warmer. Here's that storm. What is it going to do at this point? Are we going to take a track into the lakes? In which case, we're on the bottom end of it. We're on the rainy side of it. Do we see a track a little more similar to a flat look here, which would bring us snow? That's kind of what's up in the air right now. We don't have enough data to be totally accurate with this, but the current models are showing it pulling into the lakes and not giving us a whole lot of anything. However, if you look, what we are seeing, this big red blob we talked about is still going to be out here in the Pacific. We've said this, for the last several weeks. However, you have your blob here, but now you have a trough that's digging down here. A little bit of a ridge building, and then a much deeper trough down into Texas, even through Georgia and north. And what this is going to do is bring some much colder air from the 16th, 17th, 18th time frame. Much colder air into the area. Below average temperatures are almost definite now as this ridge begins to build in the west here. So guys, you're going to get a little taste of spring for a couple days and then back to some colder weather for sure. The snow, we'll have to see. It depends. But as you see, there's a pretty good trough moving into the area on the 21st too. So I'll show you that right here. Pretty good sized trough here. As again, you have ridging out west and troughing in the east here. So it's definitely going to be a much colder look to the end of the month here than we're seeing in the middle of the month. So keep that in mind, guys, as we move forward in time. Let's take a look at the zoomed in look here. This is the northeastern U.S., Pennsylvania, obviously down here. You're located right about here. If you're in Scranton, if you're in Wilkes-Barre, right about here. So let's put this into motion, and we'll show you the next couple days from a zoomed in look. So this right here is today, Tuesday. As you can see, just nothing but sun. Warm high pressure moves into the area. This high pressure is funneling air from the south, and you're going to see much warmer than average temperatures, much more warm. I don't know how to say it. Warmer than average temperatures for the remainder of the week. I apologize, guys. It's late. I just got off work. Here's that little bit of a storm coming through on Friday. All rain. It's going to be in the 60s ahead of the storm. And as it comes through, it kind of breaks apart. Not much moisture here to work with, so you're not going to see a whole lot in the way of rain. It's going to be some showers. However, associated with this is going to be a weak cold front. So behind this, colder air, and that'll be the beginning stages set of what we're going to see in the next couple days. And I'll show you this high begins to move into the area. And this is what we've been talking about for several days. Higher than normal pressure. And there's your high to the north here. And you're going to get some much colder air wrapping down in and damming up into the area. So this is kind of what we're wondering now. This is the big X factor here. The high, it appears now, even with several of the models now, that it will be in the right position. Now, does it get enough cold air in? Because this time of year right now is important. We're late in the season here, very late winter here, and it's looking right now like the current belief of the model now that we're seeing from the GFS today is enough cold air will be infused into the storm here, injected into the storm to have some snow, some mixing through a good portion of the area. Most northeastern PA would be included in this. Again, this is several days away. We're looking at 7 days currently away. However, it's still showing something. And actually, I mean, yesterday this was showing next to nothing. So this is that storm we were talking about, and it all depends. You even have a little closed off low here. It's really going to depend how much cold air is in place and what the track of the low is. The main low is moving up here into the Great Lakes according to this model run. Should this storm, instead of moving in this direction, start heading to the east and making a beeline for the coast, that's what we were seeing a couple days ago with those models, and we told you that there was an increased chance of a snowstorm. So again, this is all up in the air. We're waiting to see what happens when we get some more data once the storm moves on shore. So don't put it off the table yet. Don't expect snow, but stay tuned. Oh my God, I apologize for the yawning, guys. So take a look here. This is your average temperatures this time of year for the area. So keep this in mind. So early in March, you're looking at temperatures in the 40s. By the time you get into later March, you're looking at 50-degree temperatures. So for our area here, when we're talking about normal temperatures this time of year, we're talking right now in the 40s. So that is what you would expect to see. In the next several days, you're going to see temperatures, get the right color here, you're going to see 60s flooding all the way up into the area. As a matter of fact, we might push 70 degrees, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So it's going to be much, much warmer than average. You're talking, 20 degrees plus warmer than average. Let's take a look here at the Climate Prediction Center. So the Climate Prediction Center for the 14th to the 18th, for those 6 days. So this is day 6 to day 10. Pretty darn good shot here. This is the color you're looking at right here is about an 80+% chance in the central U.S., so Kansas, Oklahoma, northern Texas, of seeing temperatures below average. We're over here fringing on the 30 to 40% chance. However, still in the cold area. The entire country, short of Florida, is expected to be below average temperatures. So again, if we're talking below average temperatures, what we're saying is below 44, 45 degrees. So maybe in the low 40s, maybe in the upper 30s. And when you go out for day 8 through 14, you see that we're at around an equal opportunity here. We're in the white, so about equal chance here, but probably close to seasonable temperatures. And again, still far below average temperature possibilities for the Central Plains area. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be much cooler towards the middle of the month than what we saw in the beginning of the month. And if we take a look at the precip, mostly dry, some chance for showers here. This is 6 through 10, so the 14th to the 18th. And the dry pattern really is continuing as there's just a slight chance. So you're looking at about a 30 to 40% chance. So much, very dry pattern setting up here. We're going to have an opportunity for snow possibly, but again, stay tuned. It's going to depend on a lot here, and we don't have solid data now. We did put out those advisories on the YouTube channel a couple days ago when the models were looking really bullish. We don't know what the models are going to look like once this storm comes on shore. If it winds up being a dud that doesn't look like anything, we're going to let you know. You'll know 4 or 5 days in advance. So keep that in mind, guys. We're going to know more tomorrow. We're going to know more by Wednesday or by Thursday. But as of right now, this is what we're seeing. So the moment you've all been waiting for, and let's take a look at the temperatures. This is beautiful, guys. For the next 5 days, you can't beat this, can you? 50 degrees today in that general range. Could be a little bit warmer. 58 on Wednesday, 67. We might touch 70 degrees here on Thursday. It's going to be close. Friday, still in the 60s, but those rain showers are going to bring your temperatures down a little bit, and behind those rain showers, cooler temperatures, but mostly sunny into the 40s. So everything on this forecast is average, at least, that's not what I wanted to do, is at least average as the case is here on Friday, or above average as every other day. And overnight lows are not going to be half bad either. So guys, enjoy your spring air, your spring temperatures. Get outside, do some stuff with the kids. Maybe get your Christmas decorations down. I haven't done it yet. It was just too cold and snowy. That's all I got for you today, guys. This is Scott with NEPA Storm Chasers. Have a wonderful spring day. We'll catch you again tomorrow whenever we have some more information. Take care, everybody.